Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Colleagues, I hope we can all agree that no veteran should go homeless. I spent the past 6 years before serving on appropriations as the lead Democrat on the House Veterans Affairs Subcommittee on Economic Opportunity that has jurisdiction over veteran homelessness, and working with my Republican colleagues there has been some of the most rewarding work I've done as a member of the House. That's why I was so disappointed to see the underfunding of HUD-BASH voucher renewals, and perhaps more alarmingly, no funding, none whatsoever, for any new HUD-BASH vouchers. As of April, there were over 90,000 families in housing thanks to a HUD-BASH voucher, but there are still over 32,000 homeless veterans in the United States. And that means two things. One is we need more funding in this bill to support the existing vouchers, and two, we don't have enough vouchers to support the veteran population. That's why I'm proud to rise in support of this Democratic en bloc, which includes my amendment to include $15 million for new HUD-BASH vouchers. I know this amendment doesn't include an offset. That's because there are too many other important programs that are underfunded in this bill, also, some of which I discussed before. I personally find it inconceivable that anybody would have set the allocation for this subcommittee so low that we are not even trying to house our homeless veterans. We haven't even debated the full subcommittee allocation, so it's absurd to think that we just don't have the money for any new HUD-BASH vouchers. And I just want to remind everybody, the decisions we make here impact the lives of veterans in every one of our districts. I want to share the story of one of my constituents named John. He received an honorable discharge, and then he built an incredible 40-year career in aerospace manufacturing. But he had a chronic medical condition that left him disabled and ultimately homeless. And he spent several years navigating life on the streets and in shelters throughout San Diego County. He connected with an outreach team from one of our amazing service providers in San Diego. He used grant and per diem funding to stay in a variety of shelters, and he finally secured a HUD-BASH voucher in January of 2025, and he's doing great. Without the new funding that I'm proposing here, that I hope everybody would support, veterans like John will suffer. Look, we're either serious about ending veteran homelessness or we're not. We shouldn't hide behind an arbitrary limit set for this subcommittee, which I remind everyone we have not voted on. A no on this amendment means that you're okay with 32,000 homeless veterans. And frankly, it also means, to my point during the opening, that everybody is okay with abdicating their responsibility under a very nice plaque, again, Mr. Chairman, Article 1, Section 9, Clause 7, that no money shall be drawn from the Treasury but in consequence of appropriations made by law. Along those lines, Mr. Chairman, I'd ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a Politico article from earlier this morning.
Without objection.
Russ vote. Appropriations process, quote, has to be less bipartisan. The OMB director said more rescissions packages could soon be headed to the Hill. Look, I know that if we had a Democrat in the White House and we had a Democratic OMB chair that said this to us, I would tell him to take a walk. That's ridiculous. We're the Congress of the United States. And one of the things he says in here is, and I quote, there is no voter in the country that went to the polls and said, I'm voting for a bipartisan appropriations process. Vote said. That may be the view of something that appropriators want to maintain. Well, Mr. Vote, you're damn right. This appropriator wants to maintain. My colleagues, we were sent here to do the people's business. I was sent here by Republicans and Democrats and independents alike. And I'm going to do the work to work with all of you in a good faith bipartisan way. And I'm not going to let the Office of Management and Budget tell me what to do, and I hope you won't allow them to tell you what to do. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I'll yield back.